for Game 1 preview, baby, of the NBA Finals.
The king versus the king in waiting. The three-time MVP versus the three-time scoring champ. The one they hate versus the one they love. The championship of the world. The keys to the NBA's next dynasty. And the title of the greatest basketball player on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what's on the line in the NBA Finals.
Word.
Not bad?
Word.
Not bad?
Word.
Did you like it?
Word.
What did you guys think of that? I thought that was pretty good. Shouldn't really get excited about things that, you know, you want other people to get excited about, but I thought that was a great little introduction. I even underlined it. Look at that. See that? Little underline action right there, Joey. All right? That's how excited I was about my little NBA Finals introduction, all right? Now, Tebow, we're officially 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I actually still told people we were doing something at 1 p.m., but I'm still adjusting myself. Don't sweat it. So, there's a lot of ways to look at this. You can look at it as Miami versus OKC. You can look at it as Durant versus LeBron. You could look at it as Wade versus Harden or Westbrook. You can look at it Bosh versus Ibaka or Perkins.
I'll look at it as Big Three versus Young Three.
Big Three versus Young Three. The team that has up and come, and you're still waiting for them to actually reach the pinnacle, or the team that has been up and coming, and perhaps is already ready to reach their pinnacle. I'm telling you, it's great. I mean, I don't think you can sum it up any better than that. King versus king in waiting. Three-time MVP.
I don't like that, actually. I'm not going to sit there in front.
King versus king in waiting?
King in waiting, everybody has their own nickname. He's not the king in waiting.
He's Durantula.
He's Durantula.
He is Durantula.
I'm already going to put this out there, bro. I like OKC in 6. Boom.
That's actually what I like. I think they're going to take the first. I actually think they're going to take the first two in OKC, lose two in Miami, and then close it out in Game 6.
I got to give a big shout out to the youngest Sportzonian ever. 2-day-old Molly. 2 days old. This is Brittany's niece. Brand new to the world. Brand new to Sport Zone. They are listening to us in the hospital right now. So big shout out.
Shout out to Molly. Welcome to the world. Welcome to the Sportzonian army.
You could be a Sportzoniac, all right?
Yes, you can. Well, you know what? We're making baby tees that say, I'm a Sportsonian.
Dude, we should totally make baby tees.
That would be awesome.
Everybody would be rocking out, brother. Rocking out.
It looks like the gentleman for the next show, man.
Definitely does. Doesn't matter.
You know, the number one question going into this series is going to be, how does LeBron James play in the NBA Finals?
Yes, since he faded out of the Dallas game.
Faded.
I think the bigger question is, though, what is Dwayne Wade gonna do? He's done nothing all playoffs. The Miami Heat wouldn't even be here without LeBron James.
No, one of the things I wrote in my notes is that no matter how this, or not my notes, but in my blog yesterday, was that no matter how these playoffs end, most likely, especially when the finals are over, because that would be when the playoffs end. That sounds stupid. Sorry about that. But you know what? You will not be able to blame LeBron James when this is all said and done.
No. Well, you could
If they win, you can give him credit. But I can guarantee you he is not going to play the way he played in the Dallas game. But it's very fair to assume he will. I mean, let's look at it. I got LeBron James stats, NBA Finals. Okay, he averages 10 fewer points a game in the NBA Finals than in all other rounds of the postseason that he's played in. He averages 19.5 points on 41% shooting in his 10 career NBA Finals games. Both are career lows for any postseason round. His career high in the finals is just 25 points. But for his career, he averages over 29 in any other postseason round that he's been a part of. Not very good. Just going to put that out there real quick. Where else am I at? What else do we got? Oh, fourth quarter was the big thing. You remember last year? I think he scored like 9 points through like 6 games in the fourth quarter.
Wait, LeBron James played in the fourth quarter last year? I didn't think he did.
It didn't seem like he did. He pretty much was incognito. Stood in corners, watched D Wade try to make plays. Literally watched D Wade try to carry the whole team. Not a very good performance, especially last year for him. But I mean, combined 10 games. I mean, last year he's won 6. He got swept by San Antonio when he was in Cleveland. Thank you, Joe or TL. Look at TL play. He's trying to make things up, make up for not going to the website yesterday. But I mean, he averages just 5 points in the fourth quarter in his NBA Finals career. His lowest scoring average of any quarter in any round of the postseason. He has 5 or more turnovers in 6 of the 10 games he's played in the NBA Finals.
Damn.
Like, he has a lot. I mean, really, it's just he has a lot of stats that add up against him so far in the NBA Finals. At the same time, he's only played 10 games.
Yeah. And there's definitely a lot of time for that to change, especially with the way Miami looks in the East. They look like they're going to go back to the finals almost every year. Let's just face it.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
Well, let's see. They're in year 2 of the 5-year contracts that they all signed. So, yeah, at least 3 more years of dealing with this.
Here's my big thing. OKC matches so well with the Miami Heat. You know, what have I been saying this whole time? What do you need to win? What gets you to win in the NBA? Superstars!
Superstar!
Everybody said, you know, let's just put it out there. Miami was blatantly better than the Knicks. All right, sorry, Knicks fans. We're not even going down that road. But everybody said that the Indiana Pacers had a better 12 than the Miami Heat did. And I just kept saying, they don't have superstars. Superstars are going to win. Superstars ended up winning, okay? You can go along to say that even against the Celtics, that the Celtics had old stars who were degressing, and I'm sorry to say that, but it's true, as opposed to the superstars who are in their prime. Now going up against OKC, it's a little different. Because you got Miami's big 3. They can match the big 3. And on top of matching the big 3, OKC has a ton of talent around them, as opposed to Miami, where their role players haven't even stepped up all playoffs. Nobody else has stepped up at all. Only games here and there when they needed somebody to step up. Battier stepped up for a game. Haslam stepped up for a game. Chalmers stepped up for a game or 2. But not like OKC. So OKC could definitely match the star power. But then when you bring in Ibaka, Perkins, Fisher and Perkins have been there before. They've won championships. They know what it's going to take to get it done.
Mark my words, Derek Fisher hits at least 3 big shots in this series. Maybe not buzzer beaters or game winners, but under 2 minutes, 1-point game, Derek Fisher gets it in the corner, whaps a 3. I will not be surprised to see that at least 3 times.
I won't be surprised either.
Fisher he's just one of those Robert Horry dudes. I mean, anybody that's older than like 25 years old, you know who Robert Horry is, okay? I mean, let's be honest. That's what Derek Fisher does. And yes, OKC's team, top to bottom, really good. Cephalosha, they're going to play Cephalosha on Wade. They're going to play Cephalosha on LeBron. And the best part for them is they don't need him to offensively be good.
No, because they can take care of that with Westbrook, Durant, and then they can chip in with everybody else.
And that's the one thing that you're going to see a difference in with LeBron specifically. LeBron guarding Paul Pierce, faster, stronger, bigger. LeBron James guarding Kevin Durant.
Durant?
Kevin Durant. Not really
Not
faster.
bigger. He's not bigger.
Not bigger height-wise.
Height-wise, he's definitely
He
bigger.
is stronger.
Yeah, he could body him.
I will definitely give you that. But the way he is going to have to chase Durant
yep.
all over the place
Gonna be a different series.
is going to really catch up to him. And now I'm not trying to say LeBron's old and it's going to make him tired to the point that he's going to suck, right? I'm not trying to say anything like that. But it's going to take his legs out of that jump shot.
Maybe the fourth quarter he disappears again.
You watch out for that, because that's one of the strategies I guarantee you Oklahoma's saying. We need to make LeBron James chase you, Kevin. Because Kevin likes running screens. While LeBron James and D-Wade, they're ISO basketball players. They don't want to come around the screen and catch the ball.
No, they just want to duke you on you.
Yeah, they want to line you up and attack you. And that defensively is 10 times less tiring than chasing some dude all the way around the court over. That's why you got to give a guy like Ray Allen props.
Yep.
Even at his age, that guy is constantly sprinting around in circles on the court.
I want to hear from Sportzonians. Who does everybody like in the series? 201-430-2119. I'm on Team OKC. And is anyone going to be surprised though if Miami wins? No. But let's be honest, I think OKC has a better team. They can match the star power that Miami has, but Miami's not intimidated.
The winner of this series is not going to surprise anybody.
No.
No matter who gets it.
This is what the NBA wanted. They wanted KD versus LeBron. Interesting that NBA wanted this. It happened.
NBA wanted it. You know what? Like I said before, if you're a fan of just fun basketball, this is what you wanted. Let's be honest. This is what you wanted. If you wanted good basketball, execution, plays ran, smart ball handling, smart ball movement, all that kind of stuff, well, then you wanted Boston versus San Antonio, okay? But if you wanted high-flying, big dunks, clutch, huge threes, crazy jump shots, all alley-oops, all that kind of stuff, then this is the series you want. And we've got it.
Who do you think could be an X factor for both teams?
To me, are we staying away from the big three names on each team?
Yes, I would say definitely stay away from it on Miami. I could see you saying
stay
Harden.
away from it on both if you want me to.
Take away both big threes.
Key player on Miami, if we're staying away from the big three to me, is without a doubt going to be Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has to match up with Westbrook, so defensively he's going to have to step up his game. And he's going to have to hit shots for them, specifically on the road. The one place Chalmers doesn't seem to play that good is on the road. And I don't want to say that good. He just does. He plays better at home. He's one of those starters. Like role players, you expect it. Or bench players, you expect it. But as a starter, we need you to play good at home, on the road, and anywhere else we ask you to play. That's why you're starting for us. So Mario Chalmers, to me, is the X factor for Miami outside of the big three. All right.
And what do you like for OKC?
In OKC, I can go one of two ways. I can either go Kendrick Perkins or I can go Cephalosha, both because of defense. If Kendrick Perkins stays out of foul trouble and can help Ibaka protect, because I didn't want to use Ibaka because we all know he's going to be playing Bosh all night long.
No, I don't think so. I'm actually going to disagree with that because I think they're going to want Ibaka in the middle blocking shots. I could see Perkins going against Bosh.
Bosh will take him on the dribble every time.
Go ahead, and then you got a blocker right there, bro.
And then, but they're not. Trust me, that's not
Dude,
how they're gonna play.
I think Scotty. I don't think Scotty Brooks is stupid because if you move Ibaka, that opens up the hole. I know Perkins is going to be there, but I think Ibaka's a better defender than Perkins.
Ibaka's a better shot blocker. He is, but I will promise you right now that Serge
Ibaka
will guard Chris Bosh.
I don't know about that. Just because it doesn't make sense to me. Why are you going to move your best shot blocking guy? Why are you going to have him follow Chris Bosh around, who's a finesse player?
Because it's not only that he's the best shot blocking guy, he's one of their best defenders.
I don't like that. Scotty Brooks.
It's going to happen.
Don't do it, Scotty Brooks.
We are getting a phone call. Yeah.
I think it's Khan.
I don't care who it is. I'll take a phone call. All right, you're on the line. Who's this?
All right, what's up, guys? It's Con.
What up, Con?
What
How
up,
you doing,
Con?
pal?
What's up? How you guys doing this morning, man?
We're doing good, my friend. We're doing well. How you liking the game preview so far, my friend?
Great. I gotta definitely go with Joe's point, though. I was agreeing with him because you're right. Bosch would definitely take Perkins off the dribble, absolutely. But having Ibaka in the center like that to help, I mean that would be kind of smart. He's leading the league. He led the league in blocks, no?
If he didn't lead it, he was second. He was like,
he was top 5 at least.
Right?
He might have been second behind Tyson Chandler, actually. I think.
Okay.
So you're saying, so you're agreeing with
right,
Joey on
baby.
the idea of it.
That's right.
Yeah, on the idea of it, I don't think it's gonna happen either. But on the idea of it, I mean, I think that would be smart in a basketball sense.
Well, you know what, and I understand what you're saying, and like I said to Joey, I get the idea of him protecting the rim with guys like D Wade and LeBron James trying to drive. But let's be honest, 99.9% of the times, if LeBron James drives the hole hard, you're just getting out of the way. I don't care who you are. If LeBron James is full head of steam to the hole, you're moving. You're not staying there, okay? And D Wade has mastered the kick, okay? And you know what I'm talking about. You've played enough basketball. You use that leg when you jump off. You create a little distance between you and the defender, and it never gets called.
Con, who do you like for this series, man?
For the series, man, I'm going to call OKC. That's who I like. They play as a team, like everyone's saying it in the chat. They play. I'm not a bandwagon jumper. I don't like OKC at all. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan, but for this series, I definitely think they play better team ball than Miami.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they run plays. They actually run, like I was saying before with Durant. Durant will run screens all day long.
Yes, absolutely.
James Harden will run screens. They'll run pick and roll. They'll run ISO. They will literally run penetrate and dish. If Russell Westbrook plays penetrate and dish throughout this series, I think OKC could legitimately have a chance to take Miami in 5. Because
I wouldn't be shocked.
that's how the first game that OKC finally really took it to San Antonio, they ran drive and dish with Westbrook all game, and you couldn't stop it. You have Harden and Durant standing out there waiting to catch the ball. So if you go away from them, they're wide open. So if you're crashing on Westbrook, he kicks it to them. If you don't crash, Westbrook physically is gifted enough that one-on-one he can finish 9 out of 10 times. So I mean, I don't. Now, Joey asked me a good question, and Con, I know your basketball knowledge is up there enough. I can ask you this as well. Who would be your X factors for each team outside of the big 3?
Outside of the big 3, I was going to say, because if you saw in that Spurs game, if Ibaka drops anything over 20 plus, like he dropped 26, it's a wrap for Miami.
Wow. 20 points plus from Ibaka, because he's most likely giving you anywhere from 8 to 10 boards.
Correct.
Exactly.
Probably 3 to 5 blocks. So yeah, okay.
It's dangerous if he's scoring points for you.
Yeah,
Ibaka's showed in the Spurs against the Spurs.
Ibaka's that big man that you look at and you're like, just develop a 15-foot jumper and you're a cornerstone of a franchise. Like, literally. All right, so Ibaka for OKC. Who do you like in Miami as a X factor?
Miami. I'm gonna agree with you, Mario Chalmers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who else? That's the X factor. That's who needs it. He steps it up. They play great every time, and they get wins. I mean, you see it in the stats,
Yeah, I completely. I like Chalmers, and another. I can't remember who. Okay, our buddy TL put into the chat room. Then watch out for Mike Miller. He could be another clutch player for.
I'm gonna jump in on that one. Mike Miller hasn't done anything all playoffs.
He had one game.
Yeah.
One game Miami won against Boston. He went 4 for 4 from 3.
How many games have there been?
So far, Miami, I think's played.
We'll say 12. I mean,
no,
at least
won 12.
They've won 12. They've played, we'll say 20.
3, 4, 5.
We'll say 20. So in
Yeah,
20
we'll say-
games,
we'll
he stepped
say
up
about
once. I don't
17,
trust Mike
18,
Miller. Don't trust
About
him.
that, yeah. I agree with you, Joe. I'm a Mike Miller fan, too. He hasn't done shit, though. Hasn't showed
Yeah,
up.
hasn't showed
no,
up.
he has not. Well, Con, man, we really appreciate you calling in, dude. Thank you
No
very
problem.
much.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No doubt.
Have a good rest of the morning, man.
You
Thanks,
too,
you
man.
too, bro.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right, we got a phone
Solid.
call. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have time to call, you feel free to call 201-430-2119.
We got 8 minutes left in the show.
And that's 5 days a week, people, so you can call in any day if you want. But, okay, this is one of the last things I wanted to get to, all right? Miami and OKC this season played 2 games. They split the season series, and LeBron James, who really, let's be honest, is the one guy, even more than Durant or Westbrook or Harden or Wade or Bosh, right? He's the guy with all the eyes on him, okay? All the eyes on him, all right? Now, in the 2 games, he had 2 completely different performances, all right? The game they lose by 16, 103-87. LeBron scores only 17 points, goes 0 for 3 from 3, and only shoots 2 free throws. And goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. In the game Miami wins, they won 98-93, which was an amazing game, by the way. LeBron drops 34 points, 3 for 7 from 3, and 11 of 13 from the free throw line. So, pretty much the reason I wanted to point that out is really for the fact that maybe one of the determining factors of this series is how much can LeBron James not only get in the paint, but get to the free throw line. How many free throws? I don't care how many he technically makes.
What do you mean
But
you don't?
you gotta get.
What if he goes 10 for 20? That's a big deal.
It is a big deal, but if that 10 for 20 includes, let's see, 20 free throws, that's 10 fouls, 6 on Ibaka and 4 on Perkins, fouls wise.
Okay. It helps him out.
Whether he makes 20 or makes 10 or makes 0, you get Ibaka and Perkins, all of a sudden that OKC front line pretty much
evaporated,
non-existent. So, but at the same time, yeah, that 10 points could be a big deal. You know, so it can go either way based on how the game's flowing. But LeBron James has to find a way to get to the paint, a.k.a. do what he did against Boston in Game 6 and in Game 7. He's good enough to be the best player on the court, even in this series. He has to do it. He has to. In head-to-head for the playoffs, James is averaging 31 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, shooting 51% from the field. Durant in the playoffs, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 50% from the field. You're splitting hairs when it comes down to choosing one of these 2 guys. You pretty much are. Yeah, what a great series this is going to be, man. It really is.
Hell yeah, baby.
It's going to be, you're going to go back to, this is going to be like watching Jordan and Pippen and Rodman go against Malone and Stockton. This is going to be like watching Jordan play Barkley, or Jordan going against Magic and the Lakers. Or I'm sorry to use all the Jordan references, people, but this is what I do. I'm a diehard Jordan fan. I apologize. Or watching.
What are you sorry for? Don't you dare apologize.
Watching
Jordan's the greatest player ever.
Shaq and Kobe Lakers dominate the Allen Iverson Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know. I'm trying to pick random finals.